We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And the shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Mims in motion left. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
On play action, here's Nix. That is incomplete. You look at this 90 defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Off the play fake, Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Pat Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Purdy. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Niners are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Point after here coming up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing Nix. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 41, here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. You look at this Niner defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
And the mantra of this unit, get to the football, fly to the ball carrier. And you can tell that they're doing really well. At the end of each play, when you click off the frame, count the number of guys that are around the ball carrier. It's always 7, 8, 9 guys. They get to them each and every play. They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Niners offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Back to throw, Purdy. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. To throw is Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time.
That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Nix to the air. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To throw, here's Nix. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Mykel Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the 1st quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Mykel Williams. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Niners offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. And throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And the 49er first down.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action, now Purdy. And a quick throw here that's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Purdy looking to throw.
48-yard line.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The Niners at 5-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but The attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. An excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First down. A gain of 11 on the
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. Up the gut, McCaffrey. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Purdy. But the shovel pass, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
He's going to try and do this himself. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Broncos' 11-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help us
Under pressure. The players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts. But let's be honest about it. People focus on 3rd down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. And they took full advantage of 3rd down there and made a play.
Spencer Schrader now on to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Denver's offense now set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. Now it's Nix. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 8. Full right side, it's pulled in by Bryant. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 2. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. To the 36-yard line, stop there. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and
they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 5. This one swung out to Montgomery. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw. Nix. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Broncos have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the final act was the David Montgomery touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. At the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Purdy. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out is their quarterback for this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 2nd of this first half, as they'll try again on 1st down here. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Nix from the shotgun. He'll get that complete to Franklin. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Throwing Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun is Nix. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw is Nix. Bryant has it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, Nix. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And his kick is right there. It's good. A pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Able to find Gray here. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll go play action with Nix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49.
On play action, here's Nix. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Mykel Williams able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Incomplete. Each down 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line 1st and 10 at their own 18. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Purdy from the gun. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, Purdy. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Nix to the air. In trouble, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Purdy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
1st down, San Francisco.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing here, Purdy. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2
Purdy.
At the 46-yard line.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Purdy. And this one is incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Purdy will look to throw again here. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. That one goes for 24 yards.
49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
49er first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. This will cost him 11 yards there on the 2nd and goal sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And his kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Broncos offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Throwing Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Now it's Nix. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he goes out right around the 39. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Franklin, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. To throw is Nix. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Nix to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Bryant. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. A quick throw there is incomplete. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Back to throw. Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
It's a gain of 18. And the 49er first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 48-yard line, here's a second and 8. Purdy looking to throw. And this pass caught by Gray. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Off the play fake, Nix. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be third and 6. Here's Nix. Open man is Bryant. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
21 yards. And the Broncos first down.
To throw. Here's Nix. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now an option play on second down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here for an injured player, and it's David Montgomery who is struggling a bit. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Looking to throw. Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, Didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another run here with Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. Nix. He's got it. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and goal from the 1. Montgomery diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14.
Broncos 27.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Gets around him. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So Purdy and the Niners down by 2 touchdowns. 2:15 remaining. They're down to 1 timeout plus the 2-minute warning, so speed will certainly be of the essence. Down 2 scores late. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Here's a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Purdy. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the 49er first down.
Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
McCaffrey running up the middle.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
They'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Here we go. This is 4th down.
Loss of 6 yards.
Purdy to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Denver's offense now set to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The D can only stop it 1 more time as they take the knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Denver, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.